All right, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota. You are listening to the TPN TV and Radio Network coming to you live from the United States of America. Today, we get one guest. Now the first time this guest from America a kind of the TPN broadcast. But not to know somebody in a social media. Now a young man from the APC party. Some of we young folks then at the APC party. In name Koroma APC. And the name Koroma APC, a well-known as social media, and somebody where they put out audios. Koroma APC, the owner of Radio Compoyo, where he started about 2-3 years ago or more, a little bit more. Mr. Koroma APC, thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
Now, since this is the first time for you for make for Canada program, I want to make you a brief introduction to we viewers, so make them know what are this Koroma APC, because some people they na audio no more than they read. So what are this Koroma APC?
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity today for talk my program. I tell you plenty. Thank you for that. My real name Abubakar Kamara. But when APC win 2007, people then decide me for call me Koroma APC because why? I elect APC, then I also elect the former president. This radio Compoyo because I start now don't make 12 years already on this program Radio Compoyo. 2018, I hit the media heavily. We let me so ambush, commander, bumper today, casino. Now, first we did before send text and radio stations them where people all any part of this country we go in a room text them na radio station they will go to radio station they say people them say I can get the opportunity 2010 for open radio company online.
So from that time they now the same radio station they use for communicate to the external world. But quite recently, you are very much prevalent now social media for one very important reason. And as you already know, because I've been sending you the broadcast where I make last week, where I bring one of the other young APC folks, when Williams from Stay Red Movement, where specifically he mentioned your name on one thing where you say about Cherno bar in leakages where they get where you toxin, that leakages they actually come from Dr. Samura. So so he say you're not happy with that. I hope say you listen to the link where I've been sending you for making you able to get a clear understanding of what it is. What in your own take on this?
Because we want him, William, comrade, I get respect for the job we do for the party. Because I give everybody rights. Everybody get the freedom for talk what you want to talk. Who say my own right stop, I let it stop, not interfere in other my right. If William talks so, we analyze issue. Mind you, there is an audio where a video where Dr. Samura talk after the election for say in the disturb the process, the system of the country. So me analyze if there is certain things where they come up from the finance side, I analyze for say maybe this is the point because Samura Kamara don't train at the Ministry of Finance. He know the system, they operate. Now analyze. And I don't body take on like for say maybe I go after Dr. Samuel, I go after Cherno. No. Now analyze. I say if you man say in the disturb the system, it's a the system and the finance. So now they mean analyze issue.
Okay. So you know it is not like you just want for cause problem with trying for castigate Dr. Samura, right?
No. Can't castigate.
So there is some kind of so many back and forth they go between you and other people then way they support Dr. Samura. Who side this back and forth come from? Who side it starts?
This all one thing people really try to realize, meaning that the image of the party me put before. I not put my own interest before. One thing, I put the country interest before. Second, I put my own political party interest before. Now I think about my own interest or any person. Now, I want to make Sierra Leone know very clear. I want to make APC people know very clear the angle they come out. The angle they come out. There, mind you, there is a commission of inquiry where this government under the leadership of President Bill set up for former minister, the former government. Now, Dr. Samura, nobody can take the fact for say it's not the leading candidate for the APC flag bearer. He can't take him from her. You understand it?
Yep.
But Usami Angusa they come out for try for save the party. This is Dr. Samura. People are saying attack. And save me, they save the party. It's not Dr. Samura. It's not about me. It's not nobody at the APC. Now the APC party, the trap where SLPP don't set. Now they made a try for guide the party. No go inside that trap. Now is the commission of inquiry. White paper come out. They find Dr. Samura for say. They say they work in the Ministry of Finance. And guess what? Pay so money. Pay for reform to the government. When they work as foreign affairs, they get so money, pay for reform. When they as bank governor, they get so money for reform. Then give them date 3 months, they for pay the money. If you don't pay the money, either they appeal. And then the commission of inquiry, it is served like where I court they pass schooling against you. So when they come out, when they try for center, I say, any person will get case, make it try for focus on a case so we can go win the appeal case then. Because we can't go to the trap where the SLPP government not set for we go give person, when people say get case, later they go petition we candidate not qualify. Indeed, Dr. Sama go appeal. Now the paper sits on the 3 case appeal them. Mind you back, Dr. Samura and get 3 cases them where SEC investigate na anti-corruption. Mind you, there is 31 vehicles where they say they not declare assets for 10 good years. SEC paper investigate Nandi. One, the Sarah Ruta team, the paper investigator. Yep. With some allegations they put against her. So now this will try for guide the party. So but people are for say me, they go after Dr. Samuel. No, I can't go after Dr. Samuel. Me that the party are the try for say no cannot go fall in the trap of the SLPP.
Okay. So if based on what you try for talk about the concerns where you get, and I know say illegitimate the concern where you get for Dr. Samuel. Don't you think maybe if this is the case, did you ever try for call Dr. Samura and try for talk to him personally, say, hey, before ever you come out, say, hey, this is my concern, please try for resolve this. Me, that's what they doing at the APC. When I know say something is going on within the party, I they call the leadership first, I talk to them. When I know say, they not give a damn, and I know say most of the leaders, especially this current leadership, they know they give a damn about what the ordinary people that they talk about. And I know say now again forget very, very bad effect on the party. And they come out and talk. So did you ever try for contact Dr. Samura first and talk to him about that?
Okay, thank you very much for asking that question. Dr. Samura, believe in me, if you get your number, call her right now, but if you pick your call.
I don't call her so many times, you know, you pick me call.
Good. This is the man. This is the man where one try for lead. This is the man where it takes that they can't respond to you. Understand it? But also, I pass a message to people close to her. I say, when I tell Dr. Samura, make it focus on the matter when Ghana the appeals because they go win them. Make it focus on the matter when Ghana SC go win them. But they're not agree to listen to me. So the only team have to come out, have to come at the public when they move for say, yes, hey, this man how they try for push. You guys should, I mean, I'm not going to start with Dr. Samura. Huh? I'm not going to call Dr. Samura. Dr. Samura, who campaign for 2018, risk to life. They can't like me so. The time when they come out like me about that. The most car use for go. Why they come? Fear left me a road. Now God happy. We saw the fear left me. One of man who all be the go school na SLPP. Let's say they see me at the vehicle middle night. I say, hey, I'm like, can't show, but you bless God, you don't say me company. This happy with me for 2018 with Dr. Samura. I go all the risks for Dr. Samura. Me not to be your interest I put before. And the party interest me. I always talk about the party interest I put before. The party now for sale, and the party will talk for not an individual person. Any person emerge, and they can call. But I can't try for promote Dr. Samuel. I'll be to say Dr. Samuel get issues them. So another one people to take me. I don't hate Dr. Samuel. I want them like today. They call it adjourn Dr. Samuel in case one of the appeals court. I want to make Dr. Samuel will win all in case them. Like right now, the case when they investigate at ACC. I want to make Dr. Samuel go to ACC. In 3 cases, he win them. This is my point. After I don't for win them, nobody says Dr. Samuel is clean. Nobody can take a call for him. We go to the ballot box. On a put in box. Who are the delegate the wish for peace? After we lost the call, we sing the victory song.
Okay.
Could I imagine? We sing the victory go.
So let me ask you another question on. Do you believe, in your own opinion, based on within you don't talk so much, do you believe that them particular talk then they don't handicap Dr. Samora where if at all the party decide for elector as the candidate, you think him he don't handicap him?
No, this is not an handicap. So the supporter they say we don't handicap Dr. Samora, we don't expose Dr. Samora in case them. It's not an expose. Make the man come out and tell people and not for saying let me know when I want me. And did he get support? He get the party support. But the party system this are the confirmer. The APC party is a big institution. The APC party get people who get knowledge, who know the law of this country. They can't allow Dr. Samuel if he not clear he aid from the appeal. Mind you, the appeal court don't find out for say he's guilty. Now he's not guilty. Understand, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So now he go appeal for say no. What's the enter so? What the rule they pass against and a lie. So he go appeal. So electoral if he win, he appeal.
Okay.
But the party that they go to risk, they need to tell people that the party that go to risk, you get case, they say they'll go give you. No, it doesn't happen. Now I'm going to be on the top for say, if they're going to post, if they post, if they impose on the doctor, if they impose on 30 things at the party.
Well, I understand that point, and it's very, very important, very, very salient, because we know, say, one of the tactics where the SLPP they do at this particular time, when they don't pull the white paper, then try for rope in most of the potential candidates them, and there is a constitutional law within we books where bar somebody where they find guilty of economic criminal activities, like waiting they accuse Dr. Samora and other APC members them. And potentially, if he not try for resolve that kind of problem, then they until he become the candidate, if the APC party decide for what they call them, definitely will get a problem, because the SLPP can go to court and say Dr. Samora is not qualified, and then they disqualify him. And Madabio, now some of them they pray well for. So you are right. I totally agree with you on that side. Dr. Samora should try for resolve all the legal matters that he gets. And even at that, we're not sure whether the APC go able for put Dr. Samora as candidate at this particular time, because we don't know yet. So we get so many potential candidates then. It depends how they get from reach out to the people then. But this is a personal question. If you want to answer them, I don't want for Rupi. Do you think Dr. Samora will be able to beat Madabio?
God. One thing me they say, President Bio is an incumbent.
Yeah.
Mind you, not so President Bio is an incumbent. In Africa, for make you beat an incumbent, it's a work. But people them at the Dr. Samora people them at the APC they talk for say Dr. Samora, 90 people don't sabi to back. Yes, people don't sabi. But mind you, Dr. Samora, the time when be presidential candidate for the APC,
yeah,
he began everything in control. He began money for radio. He began the security in hand, everything in position. Dr. Samora not able to make a winner election day. Then they go, the court na this country, high court na this country, then pass ruling where a long lawyer there today right now, where then America outside this issue, where going away of his life, in America, where soon next na court for say, next don't tamper and they don't tamper the machine them where they do the counting. He said he would demand to court, make them court pass order for say, make them do manual counting. Can you imagine? This court, I court not be ever sit at this country Saturday. Court, I court ever sit Saturday. But the government don't have time day. They may want Samuga for winner election day. What they do? The High Court pass ruling. Even the judge, they pass that ruling day. Mr. Masai, they like say the America, you know everything like this country. Understand, eh? They pass the ruling for say the make them do manual accounting, the manual accounting supersede. Me can't let me so I be there at the Tally Center na Poloko. How we did it? Me, Petito, Samsise, how we did it? We start to count the manual accounting. Now all the Tally Center then. The Tally Center na Poloko, the Tally Center na Makeni, the Tally Center na Fritonaya, the Tally Center na all the each of them. We begin for beat SFPP. As they say 1 o'clock, and SFPP them come out na the police center. When I began the SFPP na Poloko, na Bonui, when the advisor right now to President View. They all come from all the police center. Say they know they follow the manual accounting. Later, the county stop now all sides. All the region, the county stop. SFPP say they are on the manual accounting. We'll go to electronic manual accounting. We sit down for 2 hours. We didn't debate this. But we then left the center because I didn't be there. But we own the advisor. So they left the police center and walk out. They left the police center. The county stop. So then they say around then 2 o'clock. Now he didn't do and he try for make call. Now he born we come. Say hey, now he's tapping on me back because I saw him back and he make call. Now he say, hey, me picking. He say, we don't can now. They can't beat you now. Yes. Now they hold me. I say, well, come go inside. Because yes, some people I respect them. He said, the question, come can go inside. They can't beat you. They can't one pot to what they can't what I say, like what I make it cool because they can't beat them. That's the thing. I say, well, they can't do the electronic bank account. He said, I'm not seeing my hand on side. Never go on the internet. The letter called the MOU, I go send them to you. The MOU, I go send them all man see. I go on the internet, I see the MOU. I say, I said, Dr. Someone will sign MOU for say, make the electronic supersede the manual accounting. When people say, I court at this court, don't pass for say, the manual accounting, can you imagine? Then Dr. Someone get a bold mind, he go sign for say, the manual, the electronic manual accounting supersede. You understand?
Yeah.
You go. Understand? So I'll go now. Now I go to meet Petiso then. Petiso inside. Some say inside. I say, when I look this article, this some say this is fake. Say this is fake. I say, this is also fake. This is a reality. Now they will try. This will go for talk campaign. People know the reality. How Dr. Samura fits APC. Understand? Now they say what they call. No, now they say, okay, try for call Anes Kumaba, the president. I pay to try for call. You know, you get the phone ring, and it's not the president not pick, former president not pick. Now they say, okay, you say try because I got Anes Kumaba they pick everybody in contact because if you want the ABC for win election, because you don't do everything for make win election. Any person they for saying then I said Anes Kumaba will be picking call. This is reality to go for talker, the time to get for talker. Understand? This time I try for call, the panel pick. Later, some say call. I say, pa, he said, I don't see, so, some say, the pick call. I say, pa, we don't see this document too. He said, that too. I said, yes, he said, no, go sign, no, it's not consult somebody. So I will say, oh, that said, I know for say, some, he says, Sabi Matt. I say, as far as this man don't sign this document, that's telling now, both resources belong Kaisai, Kelma resources belong Kaisai, Makeni resources belong Kaisai, Poloko resources belong Kaisai. Then two districts there are Poloko district and Bobali district for Komawi, for Bo and Kenema. We don't even get the vote for get na Makeni, na Bobali district and Poloko district for Koma and two districts any. I say this election all lost. I say all the lost. So now the man can go. That's now the north. The two results that will be left for we at the northwest. Now that's now we Gambia Usami come out and Kagene Usai Samua come out. And then put we Gambia we carry SFPP them in between. We beat SFPP. Gambia when they put up at machine, I don't want to them end up get. They get 30,000 votes. When the people say we will vote them, all count as manual. SFPP knows they get 30,000 votes. Confusion back happy day. Policemen can dispatch we are the SFPP. Carry the votes come. Carry the SFPP now be 16,000 they get. When they put up at the machine, now 19,000 inside Dr. Samuel get. So this is the thing. So to somebody get everything now. Now, whether they talk for say, I get the police, I get the soldier, I get everything, I get the control. Now look right now what is happening next. Next right now, me I don't like to talk about tribal, but right now next way good is most of the position them except if you play bullet. So do you think they say for say Dr. Samuel Akere will win this election? No. This election will need a regional divide. We need a person where people say there is a bridge. We need for go the threat to the SFP the stronghold.
And looking at that, do you think who's person way, in your own opinion, if you say is stand a chance of beating Madabio? I agree with you with the advantages. Madabio, and I talk now the last broadcast, Madabio gets all the advantages where an incumbent gets for making able to win election easily. So who's person within the APC, the current APC membership, which one will you feel say it will stand a chance more? If you want no answer them, because I don't want for putting any spotlight, but if you decide for answer them, that's fine.
Okay, the answer to my own opinion. Now, this election is 2018 election. The country is divided. The country is divided in region. Whether it's not the international community, they have found and faced how the country don't divide under this regime right now. Where President Bill be assured or say in the county in this country, the country right now don't divide. The international community right now the biggest disappointment they get the way they see this country don't divide a lot of it. Now the logical way the APC for use. Mind you, the SFP them use 1996 election with Pakaba. Pakaba come from the north. It's a Muslim. What did they do? Charles Magai be one. They said no, Charles Magai left this year. This book will give Pakaba. Why for them give Pakaba? One, Pakaba is a Muslim. One, Salon no be ever get a Muslim presidential candidate. They don't be ever get Muslim president. Then no, SFP don't be ever give them the class for say SFP tribalistic. They don't ever give no talent. And it's okay, make Pakaba Katika. They use that platform in 2006. They win the election, Pakaba. One, the campaign is a Muslim. Two, the campaign is a Northerner. So let's have Pakaba, the vote get at the north. Believe me, APC will get at the southeast. Even this election pass through back.
Yeah, I know.
You get.
Huh? Yeah, I know, I agree.
We don't ever get at the southeast.
Yeah, I agree.
But I say, for this election they cancel now, for correct the same mistake, we need a candidate from the southeast. Why for we need that? Because we don't take the set to the SFP. If we left the set at the north, SFP they can't penetrate at the north. Understand? They can't penetrate at the north. Because we don't let the southeast open for them. But we will go with the set at the southeast for them. One day the member for go cover the backyard. Two they can't cover the front. But we will take the backyard with ever empty. They're able to come for enter with. Now with me, I talk this with facts. I like the Southman. Why if I say is the fittest candidate? Now they are the talker. What I say is the fittest candidate. One, it come on at the small tribe. One, it will be the bridge between all the tribes. The international community get confidence on the APC for saying no. The APC they look for say they say it's tribalistic. Mind you, now they cry for say SFP tribalistic. Who can get a northern and back? Who's campaign who can't campaign for SFP? If we left Alliance as one out, they say look, then they talk about tribal. What can campaign who can't campaign? Because we mentioned now 2018 and 2023, it's about tribal, it's about corruption, it's about political violence in the country. It's a three strategies. So the making is tribal line. But say, okay, APC, one in history, will not ever give flag bearer to Southeasterners. One day in history, will not ever get a candidate equal from the Muslim side. Mind you, the Muslim population of this country is 75% Muslim population. So if we get the Muslim, we tell the Muslim, we say, we don't give now a Muslim candidate. We don't give a candidate to come from the south.
but I don't see some man most of the time they go to mosque. It don't switch or is still na Catholic.
Allah is a Muslim.
No, I'm talking about Samura.
Samura Kama.
Yeah, I see they go to mosque almost every Friday before, even during the coronavirus.
Yes, that is tell for say the Muslim population, Dr. Samuel want to buy the Muslim population. You understand? He want to try to buy the Muslim population. If he get the Muslim population on his side, that's 75% of the Muslim population again in this country. Then you own a place vote where they count. Win. APC, anyone will give, everybody can hear you. This is the thing.
Yeah. All right. Let me talk about Yansaneh and the APC leadership where you very much they talk about now you odious them. Based on what you need to try to talk about, what is the problem with Yansaneh in your own opinion?
In my own opinion with Yansaneh, believe in me, Yansaneh is the biggest problem at the APC. Is the secretary is the biggest problem. Is the one who able to solve it. Simple today, Yansaneh able, but all man they put the blame on the chairman and leader. Understand? And it's come all they put the blame on because the man, na soft man, he need to talk. So all man they use nothing they against them. Why if I say Dr. Yansaneh is the biggest problem at the APC party, is the secretary general. Now, mind you, who lost election. There is a 9-man committee where the party settled. The someone could look on the issues then will make APC lost election. The settle of the 9-man committee. Abla Conte is the chairman. The deputy chairman is Dr. Somobale. But later, Dr. Abla Conte, I think he get some basic issues where he say making deputy when Dr. Somobale act. The 9-man committee gonna eat this week, they're gonna eat constituency, they ask people why for we lost this election. What do the people say? They count recommendation. When they pull a white paper, when the white paper they take the secretary under the leadership of Yansaneh, they don't ever put now kind of we focus on that document, and we get some of the things that will come on the document. What is the 9-man committee comment? They say one, the way they expel Alhaji Sasman from the party. They say two, the way we use the selection, abuse the selection at the APC constitution.
Yeah.
Then three, the way we choose a candidate. They say 3 things that make we lost election. Then go put the report to the chairman and leader for president. They blame all them put and they say the chairman, all them blame and I put them back. The chairman grab and at the party office, he cry. He apologized to every APC person. He said, okay, I'm the leader. I get all the responsibility. He said, but when I help me, when I allow, give me a chance, give me a support for make I unite this party. I almost say yes. The first step where the chairman do, he said, one, for make everybody where them don't expect from the party for making cap. So my chairman, for my president, he travel to go Ghana. And not Ghana, you go meet Alhaji Sasman, then talk as the Bobo, as the former vice president, as the brother, small brother. Then talk and solve the issues. If you come back to the party, you understand? Now he talk Alhaji Sasman for camp.
So now Anescoman now he all Samsumana for come back to the APC.
Because all man we don't get and blame for say now he play the party.
Okay.
Understand? Eh?
Yeah.
He tell people for say, okay, when I help me for make a united party. He say if I want united party, when I give me chance, all man all the world. This is not a new thing. So if we see Alhaji Sasman come, then the second highest body at the party, when they sit down and expel Alhaji Sasman, they get a letter for say, then they estate them back. Now all of them go tell the national delegate conference to say this one will not take her. So that's the issue. Then they tell for say the chairman and leader of this party accept Alhaji Sasman for Canada party. Yansaneh is the biggest problem is that now. When Yansaneh the two, Yansaneh not doing for do the implementation as a secretary general for do them. It is an indirect letter for Alhaji Sasman for camp. Why for all that in there, the 9-man commission pull a recommendation. Yansaneh not good for go on the recommendation. And make they say Yansaneh is the biggest problem because it's the secretary general.
So you want Yansaneh for left power now?
No. I can't make Yansaneh left power because it's the general. We want make them go. Now make us say democracy need for be play. If you Yansaneh for say yes, a popular and get his support. Now the 9-man committee say we abuse the 1995 constitution. Who gets a new constitution? All man accept for say who gets a new constitution. Now meeting the Yansaneh is secretary general. All man accept who gets a new draft. Let us get a new draft. Yansaneh before tamper the new draft. The NRM they vex. They say, oh, this is something to put Yansaneh before put red mark by another agree. We get another issue, they say, let's see what happens. The chairman say, okay, make now the period draft date to me. They say now go now, now make them sign NRM and the party and sign a communique. This is the issue because Yansaneh don't begin for tamper the new draft constitution. Now make
you mean the draft constitution Yansaneh don't begin for tamper?
Huh?
You mean the draft constitution Yansaneh don't begin for tamper?
Yes, let the NRM call for MOU for the party.
Okay.
The MOU day, and the MOU day, although some people right now they go say it's just a MOU. What the delegates go say at the convention, and they go it. But Ernest Kumar, believe in me, trust me, Ernest Kumar is lost in credibility to NRM. Then me again, Andy. They lost in credibility because there is a MOU where make people want to go pull the case. Because of the way they delay, now make people see back other case come because of Yansaneh in Patrick when they do at the party. So because anytime we Yansaneh be secretary general at this party, then I tell the party can go court, now I tell the party lost election.
All right. So before I go to the next question, let me just remind we viewers then say, as we all see, if you get any question, just put on the platform where you watch me from. If you watch me from YouTube, put your question on YouTube comment section or Facebook na Facebook comment section. At the broadcast there, then comment then as soon as they see, and then again for read them comment then they too to we guys. So if you get a chance to answer some of the questions the way now they put na the comment section, you go able to answer them. Now, don't you think if the leader of the APC party one for Make Peace Day, the Secretary General, no one for Make Peace Day, don't you think the leader of the APC party get the ability for go to the highest body and try for tell them say, well, Mr. Secretary General, no one for work with me, so therefore we have to fix this thing or else something else is going to happen. Don't you think Ernest Kumar say forget the blame because they're not the leader, down in the Secretary General, I understand the power of the Secretary General and the leader. Don't you think there is some kind of a shared blame for them all too?
Okay, thank you very much for telling me. When you look the 1995 APC Constitution, the Secretary General, because it's the Constitution, the Secretary General, now only the chairman and deputy don't answer him to that. But everybody answer to that. They make the Secretary General at this Constitution come too powerful. Now only the chairman and deputy don't answer to that. The regional chairman answer to that. The financial treasurer answer to that. The constitution chairman, everybody answer to that. They make them so powerful. So that this influence as already used. Then we can get a chairman and leader we're ready for listening to everybody. One thing, former President Kumar, for make people fall on their faults. Then I say, and Islamic are falling under. But Yansaneh don't know for say any exposing self. All man know for say Yansaneh is the trouble. It's not. Although people they blame the chairman for say yes, it's the problem. Everybody blame her for say it's the problem. He able to control and able to think of. But former President Kumar, he wants to make everybody fall on the own path. Now Yansaneh Pagusu. Until everybody don't see Yansaneh in nakedness.
So let me ask you before I go to the comment section, let me ask you this question. Do you think the way the internal political dynamics they play right now, they make it more difficult for after we choose we candidate for bring the party together? For example, this Mamikos or all those type of bickering way they go on. Do you think they make them very difficult for the party for unite after the convention for choose the candidate?
What thing will make APC dynamic? The biggest way make APC dynamic. Well, at the victory song where APC get. Now I'm happy with the animal farm. The animal farm and their music. When the animal them they strike, they fall them they strike, then they broke they egg them. But when they sing now song they all they lay their egg them for make the people that go sell the egg at the market and get something for can't eat it. is the APC. APC all sing victory song. All say na Mr. A. All sing a victory song. And now all they go.
So that did the Tolongo come from?
So no. Now this time around, at Tolongo, it's a dictatorship.
Okay. So you agree with me? Say Tolongo is not a modernized terminology for fit into the modern APC party, right?
Yeah, now we go to what you're saying.
What you're saying.
And what you're saying, we go for implement. Or implement the what you're saying, when I go see.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let me go to the comment section. Pato says, let me put that. Pato say, he said, Koroma APC, why you not show up na total? I think it is time for talk about one of the audios where you pull where some people then they threaten you. You say you did a total where some of the, I don't know, their woman there, some of the women there way go na total, they begin to talk. First of all, before you answer, I totally disagree with some of them women then they. I think say if we right now we try for fact for let we get a democratic practice within we own party. I don't want somebody for threatening somebody because he disagree with them. That is totally wrong and it's not supposed to happen at all. Otherwise, there is no need for let we change the constitution. Let we just left and for make the one the way able for select, let them select. But if we want for make we get a democratic process na the party, we get for expect say we get for get diverse opinion and we get for respect their opinion and they people where they threaten you for say then they kill you for or then they try for harm you. I totally disagree with them people then because that's not kind of dictatorial behavior. So that's my own opinion on that one day. So go ahead and answer Pato.
Thank you for Pato. The text message he said. You see one thing, me believe on now the law of this country. Salon a law country. Huh? Mind you, the woman there. Mind you, I draw APC people them attention, I draw the attention them. When the rebel will be kind of this country, now woman them put people, but woman them come and put people for destroy. And they come, we not come we not pick it, they call they can't destroy. Take one a woman them. So the law they taking cause Patu. They don't go to the law of this country. Yesterday I be there total. Today I be there total. Total I'm in place. And then that day back I go total, but them don't come out. Mind you, that this country they are not take the law in my hand. Believe in me, I will mobilize people then go there. But if I mean we go there, what for the logical they use and put woman there before. Say to my family go there, we don't go fetch woman there. As smart, no, you know to stupid person. As smart, then put woman there before. Say to my hey, come on, people go attack woman there. Come on, I will go fetch. So say to my and they don't set up trap against me. But when they make their own video, they threaten me, they say that they barbecue me, they cut me. Salon a lot country. I don't take all my evidence, I don't care and go to CID. So he left now to CID and look on all the evidence that go for me to invite people. It's simple, Salon a lot country. Patu.
All right, so let me go to the next one. George Owell says, well, this is not actually a question. So he say, hi, Mr. Moderator, this man is saying the truth. He's not saying the truth. I'm sorry, he never talked to Dr. Samura for once to know the fact of the man. All the allegations by the power government are politically motivated, and there is not case for Dr. Samura to answer. Okay, Madam Bio, very well that Dr. Samura will win him in come 2023. Well, George, since this is not a question, that just kind of a statement, I think so Dr. Samura get a case where we all indisputable because he don't go answer the case na court, he don't go answer the case na ACC. So for say he not get any case for answer, I think that's just a kind of a self-opinion. Then the same George Owen says, Mr. Moderator, please ask this man what President Bio did for the past 3 years on this incumbency that will guarantee him for a second term. All I am saying is 2018 was a transition election just like 2017 when it happens to SLPP. This coming 2023 is the real election, okay? How can APC 1 MP nationwide and lose the presidency. It is not possible. So tell him to relax. Go ahead, Koroma APC.
Okay, thank you very much. This is the catch. I don't want to say that question come up. How we win the highest seat of member of parliament, we win the highest council at the country. That is time for say the candidates we get on assembly is slaps. You don't know how for calculation there. Mind you, me, Koroma APC don't answer. Maybe because I don't season in politics. Believe in me, first rounds, I win the highest seats at parliament. I win the highest council at parliament. Huh? Then you not candidate, now you go beg for more go to run off to let them compete. It never happened at the history of Africa. Now that send there, if for tell the international committee for say, we need a proper checking. I don't want no second round. We could go forth and check. But Dr. Someone will do that. That is time for say the man don't know the job where they began. Don't know now Dr. Someone value what they began. Me, what they now so to me life is that they win the highest seat. First in Eastern Africa, a political party win the highest seats na parliament. It win the highest councils. Out of 10 councils, we win 7 councils. Can you imagine? This is a cheap. I don't know what question come up. It's a candidate. And it's start to get for talker. Me, I don't go second round. Maybe to say I win the highest seat. I win the highest council. Then I go cry for more go to second rounds. I go make sure I rise for say.
So you think Dr. Samura made a mistake for even allow for second round without first of all try for verify the counts for the first round?
Yes, because I mean, this is the reality for soccer. You know, ever happened at the history of Africa. Now America, other countries happen. But say government win, but not they win. What's the ISP do? Okay, we win the ISP. What do they do? You see, people are always underrate President Bio. President Bio not saying power. He say they pull in power. And make sure they pull it. When they come, they make sure for say we get the ISP. They make sure for say they say that they get the speaker in parliament. What's happen? They get the speaker. They make sure they say that they pull 10 members of parliament, they pull them. So why for right to up to now they underrate President Bio?
All right. We don't almost come to the end of the program. So now some of them comment here, not to serious comment. Someone say Nicholas Kaloko just say hi, watching live from Coventry City in the United Kingdom, Great Britain. All right. So now let me ask you this question. I don't know. What's not the problem between you and Adebayo?
To me, Adebayo no issue. Understand? Adebayo is a man who is starting program. Me, I don't know the media. I'm 12 years old. 2018, I may fuse the Dr. Samura, and I may fuse Kutubu Koroma, I may fuse Afasaidu, I may fuse Ibrahim from NGC. I fuse them. I began the media on the online at school. Adebayo can be for talk. A contractor. I say they do very well. I say keep up the job. I say, but right now we all lost election. Mind you, we lost election. You get Boku Tino distract you. You get for come back then and sit up first and think an idea when they come back and take the media. Where Adebayo can at the media, I call her. I say they do it very well. I say yes. He tell me now they confirm my passport. You can't deny you. He said yes. He said this. He said now kind of admire 2017 to 2018. He said now they will tell stop up. And they do not say the conversation with them. But the way they go on the program, I say I don't know. I say the young people learn at the APC I work with you. I say APC politicians, I know them. I mean APC politicians I know them. Most of them is the selfish interest and put before.
They don't give a damn about the ordinary people the way they support them.
Yeah. You see, 10 years in governance, and I understand that it's a selfish interest. I say, so take time the people that take also. So we say, man, to be forget the issue. I will do one survey. After they not allow Dr. Sama for Canada, I say, Elijah Asma for Canada party. I said, this is be the best time where the party will allow Elijah Asmana. I put a statistic. I said the Southeast votes Elijah Asmana get her. I said the North, best vote. Samuel Geta. Now they go and cost me, mama. If you cost me, mama. I call her and say, what for the cost, mama? On my opinion. If one call person name, now this person make the call us, I say, what go on. Me, I let forgive everybody platform. So this is the issue when big for camp. Me, I not get issues, Samu. If you say get issues, me, I don't ever get issues.
So do you really believe? Do you really believe Yansaneh they feed Adebayo like what they talk now your audio?
Waiting.
Do you really believe Yansaneh they give information to Adebayo like what he
yes.
They accuse Yansaneh?
Yes. Now Yansaneh.
You get any proof?
Some statistics and day. Some statistics and day. Okay, we can analyze you. We can give small things the way Adebayo something get against Abdul Conte. He said the time Abdul Conte act, when one of the Abdul Conte act as president. He said Abdul Conte will get money for go apply or buy fuel. Yansaneh now he put money and get Abdul Conte. This issue is Abdul Conte and Yansaneh would have go share for nine give information. Now what I tell for nine give information? I
don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. I just ask question.
The thing happened between the acting president Abdul Conte on that time and in the assistant secretary general to Momo, because Yansaneh not ever be secretary general, will not ever be president of secretary, I be assistant secretary general. But we believe for say, trust me, in this country, a vice president or president, acting president, they travel, they go let money. See, just by the time we try to fail, say I never go fail. The budget, the bill, the counter, na state house. So it's a court. So all that is when you see all the money angle they come out, it come from Yansaneh.
One of the problems we get now the APC party, and I've been talk about this immediately when we started for say some of the behaviors of certain people on social media. Is the fact that will not be expect for say we they lose the 2018 election, so we'll not be prepared for the unforeseen circumstances. So what think can happen when we can lose? That shock we will get. Everybody was in a shock to the extent that we are looking for anything where they give we some kind of solace within we mind. And when then Coscosia started. A lot of people them, well, me not been there in favor of that from the beginning. A lot of people them then take and say, well, this will make me, I feel happy. You know, when somebody is stressful, then somebody can they do something where maybe it will make them a little bit happy. Now it happens so, and I've been talk to some of we colleagues and say, but in a democratic system, you always get for expect the unexpected. No say no get 130% same you they win election. Always get a small room for you safe in case something happen. I say then what will they try for do so if they come back and bite we. This cause not a strategy at all. Cause now politics not a strategy. Now during the 70s, the 80s, now improbable we get one party state now in a strategy because when you go cause your opponent you run away. Then the one way they win. But in the modern society, cause not a strategy at all. And I've been telling them one very important message say, you know, if you feed a leopard every time they can get full, just imagine the time when you did that cage. Oh, hold on guys. I just lost me commentator. When I hold on. Hold on. Let me just all right. Let me get him back. All right. When I just hold on, then I get back. Enough time again, but I just want for conclude. I just want to conclude the program.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry. I think I lost. I've been losing you because of I think the network. Okay. So this is the problem where I've been a try for talk. When they feed leopard all the time, the time when food no day, like you go be the food. the menu. So now in they happen within the APC party, we been support all them to where they happen because we believe it was on the other side. Now in the bullets they go. Now nobody know they at the other side for shoot. So we go for the people that will be in the shoot who they support now, then the turn power. And this now a teachable lesson for we all same in a modern society. We always get for expect the unexpected for say no matter how popular we are, we will likely lose election one day. So if we get that small space of expectation, probably we will be able to manage some of the shock way we've been get before. But in any case, is there any way we go able for tamp down the cost? I don't say because everybody get the right for support anyone, but me, we say I get problem that cost, and I don't want to see you cause so not to you particularly.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to see you cause from the time when I saw you on social media, I don't want to see you cause. But can we all try for moderate this cost business, especially if they cause somebody way na elder na the party, not good at all. Now, let me ask you a question about the incident we happened between Yansaneh and we elder Daddy when a black country. What actually happened based on your own opinion? What thing actually happened?
Okay. You see one thing, I make me become and put all the blame to the secretariat on the leadership of Yansaneh. A black country, because you see one thing, APC, me I understand APC politician they know for say everybody like an escoma. When one can fet you, and they use an escoma in name. But say partner even can fet, now this one can do. And so them do it. So smart enough, no Randy. So an escoma in name they put before the picture. They can fet you, they can pull you, they can do this you. Understand This is the black content, they look at the cost in mama. But I say no, this I can't take up from that. 2005, this is Abla Conte who left the risk where they are Chief Justice, a can solve APC issue. Where people are not held by an escoma, but say no want an escoma come from PDP. You can't take leadership. But the people are not like people are not buy. This is a man and even the Secretary General so. They not be want honest. Would I be the support? If you want more for camp, and we say no. He said I will again. He said I don't agree. My young man. They say I need a neck. He said I will come. He said no. Yansaneh come. He can't change it and call. What do you Yansaneh do? He call Suma. He make Suma come. Suma is up inside Suma for selling goods. Confusion be for camp. At the party between Suma and Escoma. But the people they see for say, and Escoma no be ever to politics. And Escoma no ever get bad name. And Escoma no ever get bad record. And Escoma no ever put up any commission. Suma they put up a commission of inquiry. When Laguda outside Laguda they so right now. Laguda and Suma Ola. They put up place and say na immediate court. This is same thing right now happen at the APC party between right now Dr. Samuga. But as I people the first Dr. Samuga I will name them na the commission of na appeals court. And it's quite calm, you know, the name no daily. And it's people that say, but Namok Ganes, this first camp. Understand? When I can solve that issue, this same Ablayo continent can solve that issue. When it comes, he can't sell the plane. He said, about young man, he said, the people at the party, he said, about Anescoma, na popular, Anescoma, na clean, I know no issue, I know no case. He said, Namok supporter. He puts them down, he call meeting, everybody come, he sits to the point, he quote the constitution to the like I tell that is so. So this that same day, Yansaneh no ever accuse Abla Conte for say one chairman, he no ever accuse Abla Conte for say one flag bearer. Now Abla Conte, they can fet and Escoma and Escoma no one be president today, no one be chairman. So these are the lies. These are the make-up lies so APC always try for make-up. Now this will be against. And at the same time, we want be flag bearer, want be chairman and leader of the party. When some of them go call Abla Conte, they can be. Abla Conte say no. They say that this man not popular. Say no Mokugia. That this man not get case. Mokugia. So now where Anescoma no want be president, And now when I want to be chairman, I like country the capital. I like country want to see the right thing, what he do 2005, help him back. But he has no knowledge for say this is the issue because I no one peace. Ain't always they operate outside confusion day. This is the issue.
Okay. All right. Well, you get any last word where you want to tell the viewers what they need to know from you?
The last message that they give to every person listen to this program. The only thing where they make will win election 2023. Now we'll come together. Now we'll allow people more than one excel from the party. When they come, we'll all sing the victory song. All man come for the position we want. We will all go to a democratic process. We could not go select. I know for say if we come for this position, I make sure for say them go beat me at the ballot box. So my life is that they embrace the person who beats me. Then they make us come together as a party. Because if we begin for dividing self, this man may cause na the party. Some person they cause the LFIU. you. Some person because they getting a think they happy right now when the big damage won't cause for Dr. Samura. Because who they are this country, I tell me this. Where ask from came imam and pastor and big imam and pastor them, they follow as them. Mind you, the imams and the pastor and they preach at this country. They are listening as well as listening. If they say no man they impose them, they cost me. Like the Ajay Safi, Pastor Mambo they cost. When people say Adebayo already claim for saying that Dr. Samuel is in court. If you say now pastor they preach with Samuel Kamara. If you say the regional council they preach with Dr. Samuel, no. Because now more army they cost to you. If you don't do it for you, how for convince me for make a day for you? Then look like a today. Then I implement some cost. Now people don't take some cost here and those are for. It's not good for we. It don't take no way. It don't win we. Now divide we. Now frustration, mind you, the time of the goats for President Kuma, whether President they go na McKinney. He talk like the McKinney fit. He say, I know the issues then. He say na frustration and the case to them. He say all people them in the back on money cost, na frustration because the one thing will entertain them.
So,
but now is not the time.
Well, I get something where I want to also ask you. Do you think it is time for make the party and the administration of the party and even probably the candidacy for make we start from rely then thing and they on more younger youths them, or we still need these old folks where they continue, they don't need politics for 50-50. Some of we not born it and they pan politics up till now. Do you think say it is time for make we able from refocus with energy and the administration of the party to younger youths them?
Believe in me, we get a mature people. It's not a younger youth. It's about almost like they will get capable. Lawyers them. And the APC right now they stand for APC case them. So we're capable for being Secretary General. When people say at the age of Napoleon, whether the APC SFP Secretary General, at the age that they all go college on the scene for Napoleon as per the law business, the senior person at Foday College, how for them for take them people there for say okay can be Secretary General. We fed a person who understand the party as a chairman. We fed a person who understand the party as a deputy chairman. We fed a young lawyer, capable lawyer who understand the law of this country. When they challenge Napoleon, when he said a lawyer, whether the people are the same age group. We fed a flag bearer when people say a marketable, and people they sell at the market, put in people at the market, they buy. In woman, they say to sell in big time market. Is it one thing? Fatima be old for the win election. Fatima be young, man be young. The young people of this country, just to capture them. You don't go market a young old mommy, the old pa with them, he left young boy. No. And it's probably Solobi. Solobi old, human old, and it's quite young, human young. When I see the picture, when the young voters see the picture, they're all young. They go for this, if I know it's a call. No. You go for control the young people. You go for control the young voters. The young voters, some of them, now finance they want to see. They want to see young people.
Okay. Well, Mr. Koroma APC, it's been a pleasure for Canada program. By God's power, once in a while, when the time reach for we convention and other stuff, I would call people like una so for make una able for give una kind of the program give information about the party, and hopefully we will able for continue for discuss about the APC and how we go able for win this election. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. I tell my friend thank you. I tell friend thank you for giving me the program. Thank you.
All right. Well, as we all know, that's now Koroma APC. We been talked away from Freetown. I just want to take a few minutes of the remaining time for make I able to talk a little bit about the way forward here, because it is very important for make people that listen, especially folks na the APC party, for make them listen very carefully. One of the things I always admire leaders, the way I admire leaders, the way they always look at their leadership, not what they have done, but how they go able to groom future leaders them for continuity. And this is something we're lacking within the African political context. When a leader can power, they look at things beyond your term of office. They look at things within your term of office and how you go able to manipulate the system for your personal gain. And this don't deprive Africa, Sierra Leone in particular, in so many ways. And the APC party is just one of the victims of this type of, culture, political culture, where we don't inherit from people them. At this time, what I expect within the APC party? At this time, I know they expect people then begin to talk, say, well, right now, if an by Koroma left, nobody know the way for take care of the party. At this defining moment, we still need them. Some people then they can't wait the fallacy excuse him. Well, if an Koroma come out, now the captain, they jump out of the ship when the ship is sinking. I don't receive so many excuses. Each of the excuses then they are carefully analyzed for try to understand the psychology of the people, the way they give the excuse then they. And one thing we consistently always arrive at is the fact that our leaders are not good enough. Because a good leader, a leader where they train another leader for make it can't take over and for make it able to continue the good things the way that leader they do. We know they do them. So out of well, I don't want to go beyond 1996, but from 1996 to now, and besides that, 11 years, if we're not able to train good people, then we're able to manage the affairs of the party, then we have a problem. Definitely, if this is the case, I'm not saying this is the case because I'm not thinking it's not the case now. But let's say, waiting some people, then they tell me that the case for saying, oh yeah, the party they in a chaotic situation, so we need for make the leadership continue. If this is the case, and Koroma self fail the APC party, Yansaneh failed the APC party, Minkalu Mansari failed the APC party, and all the leaders of the APC party failed the APC party. Imagine, may God forbid it, like when people in the talk show, Yansaneh die, or may God forbid it, the chairman die. Are you going to still for saying, well, you know what, there is no other person for take care of this party in a more effective way at this particular time? No, I don't think so. You would still continue with them kind of excuse then they. This is why I call them fallacious excuse. What I believe in, the very moment you can have power, the first way they think of while they do your stuff, try for groom other leaders them, young leaders them, in case the time when you're not able to, or the time when you come on a power. So waiting you don't plan. One of the problems we African leaders then get, they not get what we call a projected plan, whether for the organization way then the head or the country itself. You know, we are always surrounded by people the way always. Now for their own self-interest than they think of. And sometimes when a leader surrounded himself with them kind of people, then you become a failure from the very beginning. Because the purpose of advisors, now any government or any leadership structure, for make the advisors they're able to come out and tell the leaders something where they benefit the party in the context of the party or the country in the context of the government. That's not the purpose of advisors. Them. We don't need people that way always they say yes sir, yes ma, yeah, whatever. Those are not advisors. They are not advisors. They are opportunists. And then people are not supposed to surround a leader way one for do good things for the party or for the country. Unfortunately, these are the people who got. Now in they happen within the party today. So most of the people there, they not say we are actually not doing the right thing. They know that. I believe say 80 to 90% of the APC membership, they know say the party is not doing good. But you know what they say? Now this is why I will get. So are you saying out of millions of supporters of the APC party, nobody know they were able for do things either equal to an Koroma or Yansaneh or more than an Koroma or Yansaneh at this particular moment? Well, some people they talk say, well, the reason what make them want for make an Koroma continue or whatever. I know say an Koroma probably not go want for continue with this, but instead in behavior, don't they show we say what they talk and what they do are two different things. And unfortunately, we have already noticed that. They say because now you get the money. Well, this week, Yansaneh just go to court. He go plead to Justice Fisher. He say make they extend the order where they give the date, the due date where they give for making able for organize a convention. And one of the reasons where Yansaneh he say money no dey. The APC they constrain for money. Remember the APC. Right at this particular time, 3 years after we come on power, we have financial constraint. 3 years after we come on power. The question we need for ask ourselves, come on guys, let me face the fact. The question we need for ask ourselves. Imagine when we've been in power, we they build mighty offices all over the country, not so? And they expect APC forget financial constraint, but not this, early stage. Not at this early stage would they expect that. Now, if we are, struggling for money, then it is 2 years to elections. 2 years to elections. We they struggle for money, even for do. I don't say probably that's not the case. That's not the reason why Yansaneh not being tried for organize this. We know what to make Yansaneh not being tried for organize that. But let me take in the new words. Let me just take us home. If 2 years to election, APC they struggle for even hold a convention, as a mini convention, because of money. I wonder. Waiting get for happen to we in 2023. We know say salon politics, no matter what somebody tell you, it's all about money. It's all about money. Somebody where they dance for you today. That person they see another person in campaign, they dance for that person there. So Sierra Leoneans are not reliable. They are going for the money. So if a party not get enough money for make them able to contest against their opponent, now God now need help no more for make you able to win the election. These are some of the things that we are always the concern myself about for the APC party. I don't know, I may be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be very clear. I don't know, because I'm not in a salon, so I may be wrong, but forgive me if I'm wrong. When last did the APC party actually give a financial report? Una within at the APC party, una tell me, within at the Freetown, una tell me, when last? When last? So are you saying, with all the donations from foreign entities to the APC party, the money then they all we spend them before the elections? If this is the case, can we have a comprehensive financial report? Let us see how we spend this money. So we will come back to some of the people then, where the APC party at this particular time they neglect the diaspora. And I remember the diaspora, where the APC party they neglect. Then go to the extent, then come up with a cooked up tricks for make them able for knock down young, energetic, smart, and intelligent APC. We want for go represent the young people. Then say they're not qualified, and clearly then give promises. Then say immediately after the election, the first thing they get for do, then they try for pull this clause out of the constitution. I'm talking about the TUSIM. These are the same people where when I get for come back and come for do for bail for make them able for get that money for give the APC party. The same people they won't neglect. The same people they won't feel say then just then that the diaspora then they labo they not get nothing, then they idle. Well, we have been talking we been in a power, not so. Now we're not in a power. So what will I get for do now? When I get for come back to him and talk to him for make we able for do what we get for do for help the APC party. You see, politics supposed for be reciprocal. Now so genuine and sincere politics supposed for be. It's supposed to be reciprocal. You give me, I give you. Even here in the United States of America, that's always the case. People, the way they pull the big money for give the Democrats and Republicans. Then they do it just because they like the party. No. Then they do it because they want influence. They want for make the party, if they win election, for let them reciprocate. But the APC party not do well for the diaspora. I was expecting, well, not for me personally, because maybe no say it was all a gimmick. Because I've been telling some of the folks that we've been going on for parliamentary and other constituency elections where they ban them. I've been telling them say it's done. But based on the APC party, their own promise for this particular TUSIM. Yes, we know say we lost the election, but the APC party still gets enough members now parliament where they go able for talk to and try for, because we know what is the power of the party. Then nobody not tell you for say, oh, we don't get control over we parliamentarian. Oh, you get control over the parliamentarian because the constitution actually give you that power there. The constitution give you the power for make you able for control your parliamentarian, what you want another parliamentarians, and then they do. Why wuna the party members then, the party leadership, not go in and try for convince the parliamentarians, say, you know what? Them people are they will get for Abopa when a camp and come to so. So we ask now for law we fulfill the promise we will be promised them. You know what they tell we? This behind time, it not go happen. Clearly, they tell you that it not go happen. It not go happen. We try to contact each and every member of, well, not everyone, but most of the members of parliament for make we able to gauge whether they're willing for help for this to sim business. Could you believe it's less than 5%? We actually tell we say they're willing for support this endeavor. 5% within the APC party. I don't know much about the SLPP party until today I did. So I don't know much about them. But the APC party is 5%. 5. Less than 5%. I'm talking about the parliamentarians. You know why? Because Yansaneh don't give a damn about the diaspora. And the Koroma don't give a damn about the diaspora. Minkali Mansari don't give a damn about the diaspora. You know why? Then take we for granted. Because of we own selfish behavior. We don't know the power we own. We don't know the power we own at the APC. We don't know. The diaspora don't know them power. A lot of people that the diaspora don't know them power. Because we dey pamphlet we self bickering, they try for Congo. So that one day, how them people they take we here? You dey come on in America now, you go na salon for Congo, you come in APC member. You feel say the people the way they go Congo Sam, then they take you serious. Now the person way they go Congo Sam, now you they try for. If they hurt you credibility, they hurt yourself. Because they'll say, he who tells you something about others tells others something about you. This is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay, Judge Owell. Judge Owell say, sorry, Mr. Moderator, that statement is inaccurate that the APC brought up the issue of the two SIMs during the election. Lawyer Gabidon publicly said it is inaccurate, and SLBC that he brought up that issue because it had been in 1991. Okay, let me explain to you, George. The idea, remember, the idea for ban the diaspora from contesting was not brought up by Lawyer Gabidon. Lawyer Gabidon tried for explain a clause in the 1991 Constitution where potentially bar people with dual citizenship. Okay? You understand? Lawyer Gabidon tried for explain a potential clause in the Constitution where potentially bar dual citizenship. The decision for make we implement that was done by the APC, and the SLPP follow up. This is a fact. This is a fact. Now let me give you now one something. Probably I don't talk about that before, but I will still talk since Judge Owell bring this up. We don't say there was a clause in the Constitution where potentially, and I emphasize this word, potentially supposed for disqualify people with dual citizenship. Okay? We know that. There was, and there is actually. But in 1996, remember this clause done in the Constitution from 1991. 1996, how many people then will do a citizenship where Tijan Kaba put in a young cabinet? In 2000 and I think 2000 and 1996 to 2002. Okay, the same thing happened for a second term. In 2007, how many dual citizens were an Koroma put in cabinet? You want to tell me say there not be no say this last day na the book? Yeah, they know that. They know that. Okay? They know that. even the time, I'm telling you now, George, even the time after this issue come up where they ban the diaspora from contesting, did you know still there were ministers within the Anes by Koroma government where still be all dual citizenship? Yeah, there we are. We know them. We know them. So the entire thing wasn't about the actual law, not the book. The entire thing is just about trying for politicking, things on, in the behest of innocent and genuine people. This particular government, where they so the pauper government. You know how many dual citizens then get by the young government? You know. Now, let me forget about that. Quite recently, we made a lawsuit. Okay, we made a lawsuit for make the court go interpret this particular clause, this potential particular clause where Gabi don't be they talk about. You know whether not the defendants but we lawsuit. That's Salon. I'm talking about Salon. You know whether them neck. Now in the defendant. Right? Neck, now in the defendant. Neck, they're going to court. They respond to the lawsuit. You know what the next say? I'm talking to George Owell, because you say you follow up. Let me just put up the other message we make. George Owell, this is now for you. You say you follow up this particular thing. Recently, we made a lawsuit for make the courts, the Sierra courts, for make them go interpret this particular clause. The defendant is NEC, because the reason we make we sue NEC that the only organs of government we able for interpret would qualify, for determine would qualify for run for position, because now they get the mandate for manage the election, the national election. So we made a lawsuit, and NEC is the lawsuit still there pending. NEC is the defendant. NEC then responded to we lawsuit. Now court, you know what they say? They say they're not ever, and I want to make you listen very carefully, George. NEC say they not ever tell anybody for say, any dual citizen for say, you not qualify for run for position. This is the NEC, the National Electoral Commission. They say they don't want to tell anybody for say they not qualify for run for position. Now then your response, you know what they say? They say for make, we go ask the political parties where tell the members they say they not qualify for run for position because they get dual citizenship. Okay? This is what NEC says. Let me repeat it because it's very important. A lot of people don't understand. You know, NEC tell we say they don't want to tell anybody for say you know qualify for run for parliamentary Nasa alone just because in a dual citizen. They don't want to tell anybody so. And remember NEC now then they determine who that qualify not to so. Now, in further to their response, they say make we go ask the political parties where tell the members then say the members and they not qualify for dual citizen because for parliamentary election because they're not dual citizenship, not dual citizens. So you see the point? Gabidon, he make an opinion. Okay? Gabidon make an opinion, a legal opinion. And in fact, there are already legal luminaries within the context of the Constitution as alone, where actually say Gabidon explanation of that particular clause there is inaccurate. Okay? If a lawyer, not to under the court system, a lawyer go na a radio or television, he go give your opinion about certain matters. Then you as a political party, you say, oh, you know what? That lawyer, what he talk? Now we take this action because we don't want to fall into that trap there. Without actually ban people them. Now the lawyer or you will take action for tell you people then say they're not qualified. This not the exact same in neck we responsible for the time you would not qualify legally. Now neck responsible. Now this them tell we. And now tell me for say no, not to political parties them ban the members them. Now Gabidon ban the members. Now if he says so, then definitely you need to go rethink again. This is the point why they try to make me brother. Okay? So for say, because Gabidon puts this particular issue now the public eyes, therefore, now irresponsible for ban people them. No, not so irresponsible. Now an opinion as a citizen. I can give any opinion. Now social media. It left to you how mature, how strong you are for make you take you implement them. If I make an opinion, for example, me a software engineer, right? I make an opinion about digital content in Sierra Leone. And if the government of Sierra Leone take that, they implement them, not to me, let's say for bad people them, like the cyber, I've been making an opinion at this forum about the cyber law, right? I give me your opinion as an expert on the cyber security laws at the country, how I believe say the impact on the people them. The brother, if the government of Sierra Leone look and realize something what I say is correct and take action, not to me take action, no. He not go to no. Not to the government take action, no. Now Dr. Mankota now talk this way. I just give an opinion as a citizen. So it's the same thing. All right? The legal matters, Gabidon give you your opinion as a citizen and as a lawyer. You know how many lawyers there within a salon? You know how many? Why you know they try for listening to other lawyers them? Huh? Listening to other lawyers them. But we panicked. Well, I don't know if not the right word down there for say we panic, because I don't think so we panic. We've not been panic actually. So I take it back. We've not been panic. It was because we want for use that particular. In fact, I will tell you same. Like Gabidon not just can't for can't talk this year because he know about this thing from 1991. And all the elections that we don't pass, you know about that. Somebody went to like Gabidon, or somebody talk about this with like Gabidon. Like Gabidon come for can wouldn't call this. You know why? The entire click about this you have to do with one person. I'm very pragmatic. I just have to be sincere here because he affects me directly. For one person, the plan was to ban Kande Kole Yumkela full stop. People may know say Kande Yumkela was a citizen of the United States. And this law actually knocked him down from contesting. Come on, guys. A lot of people that know about this. It wasn't because the law was there. It was because they want to use them for go after somebody. And now, in the process, it affects a lot of people them. So you want to shoot somebody, you miss. What will happen? You end up for nuke the entire community. Now it happened to Whistle. So not tell me say, oh, not to this way I ban people them. No. Can be done now your opinion again. But in any case, that's not the situation where we find ourselves. And in that matter, I just want for round up. In that matter, Can the Yum Kela they pretend like say they try for faith for we na the diaspora? I talk about this morning na the TPN forum. Can the Yum Kela they pretend like say they fight for we? We appreciate that. Okay, we appreciate that because in one of the people them, one of the party members, the leaders them, we promise say na the first thing they do. And to be honest with them, hopefully I will able to be in Canada for make he can talk to him more. To be honest with him, when he come, he try for introduce that law. Unfortunately, two things where can the Yum Kela they miss the entire point. And I always they point out to her, but I believe say they listen to me audios the way they pull out. One of the problems where can the Yum Kela they facing is not only a resistance from EU colleagues them, but the lack of consultation. And I don't know why can the Yum Kela no willing for do that. I'm talking about the consultation. If you sincerely want for faith for me, what I expect you consult me, then we work together, make you know what in my own priorities. The same thing with Kanda Yum Kela. It is sincerely they try for faith for the diaspora, but the problem where it get, they consult the very people the way they try for faith for. Then we just see press release they come up from this way to that way. And when we try to look at things, we realize that Kanda Yum Kela is not even fighting the most important thing for the diaspora. Quite recently, because before now about the Tusim, now Kanda Yum Kela don't refocus in attention to the voting right. It seems like Kanda Yum Kela is going for the easier target because the Tusim get a lot of resistance from the political parties, the parliamentarians, even the government. So now they go for the easy target, we know the voting right. We always say the voting right now something we in a book. In a book. We as diaspora get the right for vote. Now we countries of residence. But the problem is NEC not able to implement that part of the clause, the legislation. So now that's not easy part for focus. If na money NEC, I remember in 2014-15 when we been the fight for the voting right, and even Kanda Yum Kela mentioned that now one of the letters that we pulled, I think yesterday or the day before. I remember when we been the fight for the voting right, 2014, 15, 16 or something like that. We work very hard for making them even put them. Now one of the CRC then documents for make it for be part of the law. And then Kela testified that say it didn't at the CRC. We lobby very hard for that. You understand? So if not the money, all what we need for do is for work together with Kanda Yum Kela, the NEC, and probably the Attorney General and a few other people, them stakeholders, them for now see them how we go able for raise money for implement this particular voting rights legislation we already done there. That's very easy thing. According to Kanda Yum Kela, it said for set up 30 polling stations around the world. It costs around $100,000. All right, come on. Let's say everybody who want for vote, they pay $200. Just don't just say so. $200. I will tell you, say within the United States alone, we able to raise over $50,000 or more for that very quickly for set up the polling materials and polling stations na the embassy. We able to, I know you talk about UK and other people, other parts of the world. We able to do that, not so. So it is the willingness na in no day. So Kanda Yum Kela did for work with the diaspora way, the type of head for now we able against that one day. But our priority at this particular time is actually the two sim because now it disenfranchised with. If you are qualified to vote for somebody, you should also be voted for. Plain and simple. So that is the situation where we find ourselves. I just want to thank you very much for listening to it, and I want to thank Koroma APC for a wonderful presentation at the program today earlier, and we will see you back next week, the same time, the same place. Stay safe. May God bless we all.